So my total gross for this week was $4,600. All right, now let's go over expenses. My biggest expense this week, like always, is diesel. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. A package came in the mail and it's Insta360 Go camera, which I'm gonna try out for you guys. So in the next video, I'm gonna be shooting with this camera and let's see if it's any good. And I also got these 3 checks in the mail for the loads I delivered last month. One is from TQL for $3,000, the other from Nolan for $1,700. So I'm gonna go to the bank, get these 3 checks deposited, and then also go over how much I made this week. So my gross, my expenses, and how much I net. So stay tuned and keep watching. I'm about to head to the yard right now because the 5th wheel needs some greasing. So, I thought about doing it tomorrow, but I was like, I might as well get it done today. So I'm about to head to the yard, get that thing done, and also go over how much I made this week for you guys. So, everyone has clarity how much someone with their own truck, trailer, and authority makes on a weekly basis. I know everyone is different for everyone, but I'll just go over my numbers. So, be as transparent for you guys as I can. So yeah, let's head to the yard and let's see how, let's head to the yard. So even on my days off, I like to come to the yard and always take care of my equipment, because for me, equipment comes number one when it comes to owning my own trucking company. If something goes wrong with that, I'm gonna be out of a lot of money. So I'm always on my days off. I'm always in the yard, making sure, all the greasing is good, checking the oil levels, checking coolant, making sure, the trailer is good, the tires are good, the brakes are good. I'm always making sure of that because it's my company and it's my responsibility. And I try to minimize any risk that I can. So, in the future, I don't go bankrupt and I can always stay in profit. And that's always my goal when it comes to owning my own trucking company. All right, I'm about to go get the grease gun. Now let's grease the truck. Man, it's super cold right now, and I'm not trying to be out here any longer than I need to. I got my own grease gun from Milwaukee and that I got for like $200. It really comes in handy because I like to grease my 5th wheel every 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Always keep it greasy. And yeah, let's grease this thing up. Look how easy it is. Just got done greasing the 5th wheel. It took me less than a minute. This grease gun really does come in handy. And the thing about me is I always like to keep the best tools when it comes to keeping up with my truck. So yeah, now let's get back in the truck and I'm gonna go over my weekly, how much I made. So you guys have a better understanding. And I'm sure most of you guys are waiting for this. So So yeah, let's get back in the truck and go over those numbers. Just got done greasing the fifth wheel, so now I'm gonna go over my numbers, how much I made this week. So yeah, let's go over it. All right, so now let's go over how much I made this week. Most of you guys are probably wondering, did you really make $4,600 this week? And the answer is yes, I did make $4,600. I mean, when you own your own trucking company, $4,600 a week is really not a big number, but I'll show you guys the reality because that number is a gross number. So I'm gonna go over my expenses and let's see how much I net. So my first load for this week was on Sunday, going from Chicago to Charlotte. I picked it up Sunday morning and it was dropping the next day, Monday morning. And the total miles were 750 miles and I got paid $2,100 for that load. My second load, I had to deadhead from Charlotte, 100 miles, and it was picking up from Bagram, North Carolina it was coming back to Carroll Stream, Illinois. And the total miles were 850 miles and I got paid $1,500 for it. And that load was picking up Monday evening and it was dropping Wednesday morning. And the third load was picking up Wednesday morning from Chicago, Illinois, and it was going to Indianapolis. The same day, it was dropping at 10 p.m. on Wednesday. And I got paid $1,000 for around 200 miles. And I also deadhead back home after dropping the load, 200 miles back home. So my total gross for this week was $4,600 and my total miles were 2,100 miles for an average rate of $2.19 per mile, which is okay. It could be better, but I mean, it is what it is, right? All right, now let's go over expenses. My biggest expense this week, like always, is diesel, which cost me $1,162. And next, my expense is food, which is $48. Toll is $60, and I got a truck wash. If you guys seen my last video, you guys seen that I got a truck wash. So if you haven't watched it, and go watch it. Truck wash was $120, and my fixed expenses is $484 every week. And if you guys are wondering what fixed is basically my ELD payment for the month, my yard parking, load boards, insurance, and maintenance. So my ELD payment is $85 every month. Yard parking is $200 every month. Load boards is $100 every month. And my insurance is $916 every month. And maintenance is I like to put $800 aside. So that could be truck maintenance, permits, what else? If anything for truck related, I like to put $800 aside, and that comes out to $484 every week. So my total expenses, if you add everything up, it comes out to $1,884.24. So to get the net profit, take the gross income, which is $4,600, minus total expenses, and my net profit is $2,715.76 for this week, which is not bad. My truck is paid off, my trailer is paid off, so you guys are probably wondering, how come you didn't count your truck payment, trailer payment? My truck is paid off, my trailer is paid off, because my last year when I worked, I saved up all the money and just paid off my equipment, because I know that's one of the biggest expense whenever you're parked and not working. So I paid those off. And yeah, my net profit is $2,715.76. Not a bad week, but I like to stay around $2,500 to $3,200 to $3,300 net profit for every week, which is a decent week. But this week I didn't really work that much, and I deadhead home. I could have easily got a $500 load on Wednesday or Thursday morning coming back to Chicago, but I chose to deadhead back home 200 miles. But I mean, it is what it is, right? I do really make $2,700 net, or even more sometimes every week. And the reason I do that is because my equipment is paid off. if it wasn't paid off, I would be making close to like $2,000 every week, sometimes even lower, and I would have to run more miles. And the reason you guys seen me run really less miles, and if you watch more of my videos in the future, you will see that, you know, sometimes I even run, you know, 1,500 miles a week, 1,200 miles a week, and you will see those weeks as, you know, as I upload more videos. And the reason I can do that is because my equipment is paid off. I'm not like most of these truckers, and I'm not trying to bash anyone, right? Because everyone got their own thing, but my goal is to always spend time with family, and that's the reason I paid off my equipment, so I can be home more and run less miles, because I'm not trying to ruin my body, I'm not trying to ruin my mental health, and I'm not trying to ruin, you know, just my life being on the road 24/7. So I got my equipment paid off, running low miles, making more money, less stress, you know, more happy. So yeah, I love every second of this, and I love being a trucker with my own equipment. Hopefully you guys like watching this video. So if you have any questions, just leave it down in the comments below. I'm an open book, so if you want to know anything, I'm more than willing to always, you know, help you out, you know, tell you if anything you need to know. If it will help somebody, you know, then it makes me happy. So the plan now is head to the bank, go to Chase, and get these checks deposited. And yeah, it's Friday, so yeah, spend time with some family, go out, you know, get some dinner, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay tuned, and please subscribe.